So the other night on stream I was playing some MtG Arena and I decided to do my first ever sealed event. I had played drafts quite a bit up until this point because I'm trying to build my collection, get used to the interface, and I just really love limited modes, but I hadn't tried their sealed event yet, so I said, hey, let's spend a Friday night doing a sealed, see how things go, and I managed to go 7-0. And it's the first time that I've done any of the limited events with 0 losses, because you typically drop at least 1 to like Mana Flood or Mana Screw. And I thought, hey, this is the sort of thing that I should probably put up on YouTube as a stream highlight. I don't put up a lot of stream highlights because there is stuff that is hard to understand without context, right? If it's on Twitch, I'm usually talking to chat, and so this is also my disclaimer, my warning. If it sounds like I'm talking to somebody, or something doesn't make sense that I'm saying out loud, it's because I was likely responding to something that was said in chat, something that was asked in chat, but I still really wanted to share this run, so that's what this is going to be. It's going to be a stream highlight of the 7-0 run that I did in a Guilds of Ravnica sealed on MtG Arena, so enjoy. So let's go open. Let's see what we got here. So these are our rares, huh? So we got a Niv Mizzet, which is pretty solid. A Find and Finality, which I have lost to this in Limited before. The Finality side of things is very, very strong. Knight of the Autumn. Very quality, versatile creature. Risk Factor, which is a house. Chromatic Lantern, which is, it's an okay fixer if we have to go 3 color. And then we got a Camaraderie. Gain X life, draw X cards, where X is the number of creatures we control. So it's like a weenie swarm card, right? So like we could, without seeing what the rest of our draft, sealed card pool. Let's say card pool. Without seeing what the rest of our card pool is, we could say, hey, we might have some Celestia options here. We could also say, hey, we might have maybe some Izzet, so we'll be looking at those. And then there is also the potential, like if we go Celestia, we might splash a little bit of this as well, because we have things like the Lantern, and then we'll probably get some lockets in there. The old 41 card special. Here we go. Because I can always come back in and change it again too, I'm pretty sure. Alright, we're going to try jumping into a game. I'm also curious if you guys can let me know if the overlay is going to be working now. So I hopefully have set up the Deckmaster overlay. So once we get in here, if somebody wants to test that for me. Wow. If I throw this back, there's no way it doesn't come back to bite me and I get no lands, so. Yeah, I'm with you there, Ozzy. I'm with you. Yeah, if somebody wants to test the overlay for me, for the mouse over stuff, let me know if it's working, because I don't know if I have to run the Deckmaster thing on my desktop or not, or if just the extension is fine. The Deckmaster. So there should say that in your accent, mate. There should be a extension that allows you to hover over cards and zones and see things. But if it's not working, it might be because there's something I'm supposed to run on my local machine. I guess let me load this because it doesn't seem to be working for me, but I might be doing something wrong. After allowing access is not working for you? Alright. Well, I just launched the, like, thing on my desktop. So now I'm gonna refresh and see if that made a difference or not. Yeah, alright, apparently I have to run this when I'm playing the game, because now I can see it. Let's just go ahead and play Risk Factor here. Let's see if they want to give me cards. I had a feeling that they didn't want to. Yay, you can see stuff. Yeah, so I just have to have it running. That's good to know. I did not know that before. Oh, they're going to be taking a lot of damage from some sources here. See if they take 4 damage from my Risk Factor again. Nope, they gave me the cards. I'm gonna go with the Guild Gate because I would like to play this, I think, sooner rather than later. Forest or plains, huh? And then I think we'll develop this. I think I'll save this for the +2/+2 for now. But yeah, True Fire Captain has the potential to be, well, it's got the potential to be discarded now. Yeesh. I mean, they're tapped out, so just soak some damage here. Do I want to play a big foragers or a unicorn? Let's go with this. Well, that's like, I mean, it's all right. We still have a lot of powerful plays here. This has got the potential to give me 3 life and 3 cards next turn if I want. We also just made them use Artful Takedown on the 4/4 and not our flyer that's Death by 1,000 paper cuts right now. Yay, unicorn! We're kind of crushing them in the mana count, but that's okay. Just means we're thinning our deck out. Man. We've drawn 8 of them so far. Alright. Fair. They left this open, which makes me a bit nervous in terms of counterspell, right? So we're just gonna go ahead and try to thin here. We might as well grab our gate. 4 plains, 3 mountains. We got 3 red sources. Gate's gonna give us 3 white sources, so it kind of doesn't matter. Let's grab that. Five, 6. So if we draw a 3-drop or less, we could play that and camaraderie here. And oh. As long as they leave this this 2 open, I don't think that I can afford to take the risk here. So for now, I think we keep doing what we're doing. Yeah, Disdainful Stroke unfortunately wrecks camaraderie, Ozzy. So just to be safe, because getting this to go off is a pretty big deal. Well, never mind. It's gone now. No. Wow. Really? Really? Yeah, I didn't really understand either. But we'll take it. And the next turn we can play an absolute unit. We're not complete strangers. Stop. Stop, Mr. Watcher in the Mist. Yeah, I have no qualms with this, actually. May have been a misplay. I really wanted to get the mentors down. I probably should have played this just to get the trigger. But I kind of wanted to get this Recluse super buff. I'm not gonna lie. It would appear, however, they're not gonna let me. Let's go with no attacks for now. Alright, so we have an absolute unit. Ian's not trying to flirt with me. Just because I'm better doesn't mean... Just because I'm a better choice or option than you are doesn't mean he's flirting with me. Kappa. He wants to touch my hair? That's fine. I'll let him. What? Killing my flyer? You were so good to me, Hawk. You were so good. 14 cards left. 14 cards left. They might surveil themselves to death. I was gonna say, you have 1 blue left, buddy. I will block with that Recluse all day here. Destroy target artifact or enchantment, you gain 4 life, or make a dude, huh? We're gonna do this because that makes this a big 4/4 as well. And we're just gonna make a dude. Do I want to attack with the bodyguard just to make this bigger? I think we just go with these for now. Yeah, you lose when you have to draw but cannot. So you can have no cards left in your deck and be fine until you would normally be drawing. I mean, it doesn't matter. Whenever it attacks, surveil 1. Like, this thing's trying to death by 1,000 paper cuts me, but... Yeah, I'm fine with sending these. Like, they would have to triple block to kill this 7/5, and then we just win in that instance anyway. Yeah, getting rid of that flyer is a big deal. Yeah, this snitch is gonna get some stitches. I did say when we were putting the deck together that this was my only real win condition, and it turns out I was right. I mean, it's like this and the Guild Mage that hasn't come up yet. If I can make endless... If I can make endless 2/2s... Oh gods, we're up against Uncle Ruckus, who's going to cause a ruckus. This is fine. Ironically, we might not even lead off with this gate. We have a Marshal into a Shieldmate into a Risk Factor. Though it's not like it's imperative we play this first turn. I guess we'll wait and see if they have a 1-drop or not. Leave it as a memorial. Now we have another guild gate on top of it. Well, we're gonna go this route. It'll just be clunky later, I suppose. You know what? If he wants to give me that bug, yeah, for that, I would say that's fine. This thing's gonna be a problem. I'm doing technically a 23 and 17 with a 41st card, Ozzy. I'm running a chromatic lantern as a fixer. Alright, get in there, Legionnaire. Yeah, Marshall. You do that work. That was such a good top deck. I bring everything knowing that he could get rid of my poor Marshall? I think the answer is still yes, right? It's a really good artful takedown. It's a really good artful takedown. Bravo, sir. Wow, into a Vapors, huh? Why would you choose one? Because if they only have one target on the board, then technically both ends up being like redundant. Alright, so we were off to a good start. And then they countered very solidly. We're gonna probably eat 2 damage here. And then give them a choice. You're tapped out. How much damage do you want to take? Apparently that much damage. Play the Monument because then I'll hopefully get a counter with the Swath Cutter, and then after we've punched him potentially a bit, this will guaranteed be cards, right? Oh, but they left mana open. I think we still have to do it, right? Probably gonna get counterspelled, not much I can do about it. This will still get a counter though, which is the important piece, I think. Wow, it resolved. Does he have a combat trick then? Or was he just trying to stem the bleeding and was hoping to trade with this? Oh, nope. Has the takedown. Fair enough. But we still ended up with a Swath Cutter out of it. Man, 2 takedowns, huh? I wonder he's playing Dimir. This does 1 damage to each creature they control, so this would trade if they block that as well, so we just bring them both. Capture sphere, huh? Will you, hey, guy. You stop doing mean things. Alright, no attacks it is. For now. Alright, we'll make him use whatever it is he's sitting on here. There it is. Yeah, Night of the Autumn would mean I'd get the giant back. You are correct. I think we're just gonna go for this. See if they got more counter spells. He had a third artful takedown. Or, like, am I missing something? Like, how... Like, there's only one here, but that thing's been cast on me 3 times, so, like, what am I missing? That this thing shuffled the 2 back. That's what it is, sorry. That's furry 2. Hey! Yeah, I forgot about the counterspell shuffling them back in. Blah, 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 blah. Is this silver or platinum? Like, am I being upsold here? Ew. Ew! We are on the draw, though. We have a play. We have multiple turns before we need to worry about drawing a red anyway. I guess we'll keep it. Oh, wow. And mulligan to 4. Feel a lot better about this keep now. Mulligan to 4, but they got lands. Okay. And we found our red. So. Now we can just find some more stuff to play on curve till we can drop the hammer. Kappa. We'll be alright. Yeah, we got some stuff on curve. Let's just make a beefy boy, or lady in this case. Though I assume not all Knights of the Autumn are. Just feels kind of dirty doing this to somebody that mulliganed to 4, I'm not gonna lie. Concede? Like incoming maybe? Feels so bad. Let's put it here. Let's diversify our stocks and bonds. And this should be game, because like, even if they play a blocker here, we would have the Luminous Bonds. I mean, if I didn't know any better, I'd say we were playing Boros. But we will take it. This guild gate's a little clunky. But like literally everything else about our hand is pretty great. And even if we have to play the guild gate, we can follow up with this. But it looks like we don't have to. Alright. This thing is a 2-cost 2/3 with Mentor that can self-buff. The thing is pretty solid. And he's tapped out, and this is gonna buff this anyway, so it's not like he's killing anything. So I think we just still bring the house. With that Mentor going there. So we still force through 4 damage, and then we can always Luminous Bonds this the next turn when we have to develop the gate. I think this is fine. I mean, or we could just Luminous Bonds that, I suppose. Tapped out again, so don't have to worry about that. Little sad I don't have enough mana to like buff one of these to keep the Mentor train going, but damage is damage. Alright. Makes me a little sad. That's okay. You can still actually develop this and buff this for a Mentor thing here. Yeah, our choo-choo came to a halt, but Mentor is really good when it works. Okay. Oh, Death Touch. I think I might need to go find a land. I don't think we have anything that requires 2 green. We'll wait. I want to be able to buff this, I think, ultimately. We also have the swath cutter eventually. If we, honestly, if we top deck a land, we'll play Camaraderie. Push that. Yeah. Drawing 3 cards is just too powerful here. Yep, I'm fine with that. Death Touch is probably going to eat the Gabo, but... they're out of cards and we can reload. No, you only had 1 black. That I saw, anyway. So we're gonna do these first over the swath cutter just because it's a better saturation. Alright, now that's potentially annoying. 4, 6, 7, 8. So close. But so far. I think we go with this. And we'll wait. The reason that I want to go with this is because with this dealing 1 damage to everything, if he decides to double block this, I can still potentially nuke 2 targets. I'm also more likely to be able to play this with something that I draw. Also, a 5/5 Vigilance beat stick is pretty good. Just throwing that out there, like... Uh-oh. They're doing something rather specifically. Alright, well... yeah, that was a hell of a top deck. For him. Not so much for me. We need to find Risk Factor now. Risk Factor would be a great top deck for us. That's pretty annoying. We do draw an awful lot of our lands for only running 17. That's you have to discard a creature card, right? So it's not just like you can start pitching lands. We could block this. This becomes a 4/4. This still trades. This becomes a 2/5. That's really frustrating. What have we already used? We used our Camaraderie, we used the Flourish, Luminous Bonds is gone. This gets double blocked. This gets blocked. Yeah, I think we still do it. So you mentor this, and you mentor that. Because then this forces this to kill the swarm. We could find our own guild mage, then we'd be set. We could just make endless 2/2 vigilant tokens, but... So the double block comes in the way I expected. I'm actually really... I was going to say, I'm going to be really surprised if that guild mage is the blocker there. We want to get rid of the reach far more than the cat. That statue top deck was so good for my opponent. They gain life. So at the moment, they're just going to keep using this to negate the recluse. Or not. I'm saving this land in my hand in case you're wondering for if we do draw a risk factor, then I can like double play it immediately. Like I can play it and then play it again and really try to put him in a bind. In case you're wondering what the reason for this was. Yeah, hexproof unit would help a lot. Risk factor would help a lot. The only saving grace we've even got going right now is that... Alright, they're gonna take the chump. That's good for me. Is that they're drawing as many lands as I am. Like, it's kind of the only thing keeping us in right now. Well, we're just gonna do this to thin. $13 cards left. We have 4, 8, 10. So we have 9, 11, 12, 13, 14. 3 cards out of this 12 are lands. There we go. Gives you pop-ups in your native language. That's pretty cool. That's important because this trades. Like, how many lands can I draw? I mean, we still attack here. This will just trump block this. Yeah, I run 17. Yeah. There should be 2 out of these 10 cards. Yes! Yes! Get in there, risk factor. There we go. This guild mage has eluded me for so long. So they can pick something off with this, and there's nothing I can really do about it. Three cards left. Don't deck myself. I mean, listen, I need the resources here.
Time to step out.
I mean, you're gonna eat my recluse, and then I'm gonna play a bunch of stuff, so.
Here.
Two. This is enough to threaten lethal.
A life for a life.
We're still threatening lethal so far. Alright, what does this thing do? Target land. Alright. I can nuke something next turn. I think we're coming in close. That's a big potential forager. So because of this, like, they're gonna start taking damage when these things die. When this takes damage, I can deal damage to them. So that's why he's saying good game. 'Cause it's gonna go like this, and then True Fire is gonna trigger. And then the Midnight Reaper triggers. I don't believe we can keep this. There is a lot of expensive stuff in our hand, and the earlier drops we do have are red, and we do not have red. So this will be our first mulligan of the series. This is where karma catches up with us. We've been pretty fortunate with our opening hands. This is a much better opener, though. So we will absolutely keep this. Banneret into Challenger, into potentially Marshall. And we will keep the land as well. We got plenty of turns to find a green. This person is above us, though, so we are paired up here. As much as I don't want to give this up, I want to develop this Challenger and not have to deal with this, so... Well, never mind. Ta-da! Okay. Caught me with a bit of a sneaky, sir. +1/+1. We're gonna develop this and then pass, because as long as he doesn't have removal, we can pump 4 into this and then swing and trigger this, which isn't terrible. Ew. Alright. Never mind. That backfired. Yeah, the problem, Ozzy, is I can't declare it as an attacker, I don't think, as an 0-1. Man, I really want to play this, but I know he's just going to take 4. Oh, I can. Fair enough. Not unexpected. Not unexpected, sadly. Just gonna play the big boy. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need one more land or creature to play that. Oh, I don't have 2 white here either. Boo. All right, let's go ahead and deal them 4, because we all know that's what's happening. See what kind of combat trick they have up their sleeve. That is not good for me. That Death Touch guy is annoying for my 7/5 hexproof shenanigans. I could legitimately just double block this. Means I'm not playing this anytime soon, though. I left one white open, so this could be either the pump card or the righteous blow. Coming with the attack. I'm not a big fan of where we're at position-wise, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm trying to get him as low as I can so that this risk factor is less of an issue. Multiple Death Toucherinos, huh? Wow, he gave me the cards. I'm shocked. Legitimately shocked. Alright. They've officially transitioned me to the back foot because of these. I gotta get rid of them some. How? You know what? You gotta get rid of him somehow. This will at least get rid of one, and maybe a Luminous Bonds will get rid of another. Who knows? The faster I get rid of him, the faster I can try to develop this. This flying nonsense is gonna eat me alive. Could you not talk about the drawing of the lands? Please? Guys? I'm only running 17. It's kind of mind-numbing. 6, 11. I've drawn 12 of my 17. Problem is, as long as this has chump blocking, we're hating life. What gets me out of this? My guild mage giving this trample, maybe? Like, this is gonna be a problem. Like, I just don't think I can beat this anytime soon. Or they got the make your stuff indestructible thing, because that would just make my day. Right? Meteors. Meteors saves me. Alright. I'm a little confused. Ah, that's why they wanted maximum tokens. Thank God for Swath Cutter, right? Thank God for Swath Cutter, right? That could have been so bad. They got a fog? Alright. Holy cow. Because they would have had chump blockers for days. Hey, I ranked up. I'm gold tier 3, guys. Ew. Ew. You know, if this was a plains, I would consider it. And if I didn't have to wait till turn 4 to play this to fix the rest, I would consider it. But I don't believe I can keep this. Can I? Is there a world where this is keepable? No. Sure. We can't go further. Might as well draw that because we're gonna be able to play it. You cannot make this up. Like, I mean, at this point, it's just comical, you know? Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll top deck some other amazing creatures. Can't wait to play this and eat an imp and a mesmerist. We're gonna keep playing the non-greens for now to not tip our hand, and also because if we top deck like Mentor next turn, then we can play it. Alright, we'll play Monument. Or at least try to. We are playing against blue-black after all. They could have disdainful to that, but... Whisper Agent, fair. It's gonna come down to whether or not they have removal for this. I think if they don't have removal for this, we can get back in this game, but... That's a big if. I'm gonna say no blocks for now. just get this out of the way. Alright. You guys ready to see a counterspell? Have you ever seen a counterspell so fast? No counterspell! Swath Cutter coming. No removal, no tap down. No shenanigans. There's no way they don't have it, right? It's getting tapped. It's getting destroyed. Give me this. I sat through so many turns of just... Oh, they're using... That's a good sign, because that tells me they may not have an answer for this, and they were trying to get value out of that before it died. That's potentially a good sign. We do have to worry about breaking runes now, Kappa. For all you Legends folks out there. It is really weird when you go back to playing games and you start pushing damage. Hey, look! In case you guys wanted to know whether or not I needed more lands. Let's go get ourselves the gate. And a plains. I'm keeping this in case I draw a risk factor. Same reason that I did the last time. Really need them to not have answers here. That is very much an issue that we will immediately try to take care of by gaining some life and drawing some cards. That was a misplay. That was a misplay. If I played this, he was tapped out, and if I play this, then this would have had +1. There is an argument to be made about holding on to this, though, to either gain life, or if they draw the tap down thing, I could destroy it. But I think just gaining life is the safest. Because I can use this to give creatures +2/+2 next turn. So I'm actually just going to gain the life here, I think. But yeah, I cheated myself out of a damage there. That was a misplay. You say hold it? Well, the problem is that if I hold it and I don't play it, they could use this like Sphinx to block, and then I don't get as much like potential value here. I got a feeling the Sphinx is gonna block this. No, pushing, that's a good sign for me. I didn't want him to play the like lot less giant on me and surprise burst me, is I guess what I was worried about there, Ozzy. I could have just went and looked and seen how many creatures they had in the grave, but one more win. One more win. All right. Legitimate. On the draw, I think this is keepable. We'll get 2 attempts to get a 3rd land. 3rd land means we can play both Bodyguard and Legionnaire, and then all we need at that point is a 4th land. Yeah, I think this is keepable. These guys are so annoying. Because of this, I think we probably lead with Bodyguard and then play this afterwards to like immediately swing with the Bodyguard to buff this. Because they'll take this trade, guaranteed. And since we know we're going to play the bodyguard, we'll likely play the planes, because if we go... I guess it doesn't matter. I was thinking like runner for mentor, captain, or whatever, but alright. That has the potential to be annoying. Alright, bodyguard into legionnaire, maybe into unicorn. Yeah, way better when defenders choose targets. Stop hitting me, sir. The legitimate question now is do I want to attack knowing that they can just continue to race me here? Or do I want to start setting up blockers? I mean, I can just use this to gain health later. Jump in, yeah. This also means if they want to get rid of the bodyguard, then they have to use the 2-2 death touch as opposed to the 1-1, which is pretty favorable. But given the resources in my hand versus theirs, there is a argument to be made about just trying to trade and survive. This Veiled Shade could be a problem in the old race arena. This is really good for me if I can get it up and running. I think I still attack for now. Might hold that back in a bit. This is gonna be gain the life because I got a stall. I'd like to get this done to go up to 6 and then maybe develop either this or like this and unicorn. Because if I can start pumping out the vigilance tokens, I'll be in a much better position. I think here I try to block the most damage, make him use a combat trick. Unicorn only stalls for a turn. They can pump that thing up to 5, 6 potentially. Getting Swath Cutter down sooner means I can trade into this, which I think is important. But I could also develop these two. And then just hope to draw land. That feels better. I can't play both of them. I only have the one green. Well, I guess we are going this route then. So let's grab the other gate. And I suppose another white. We're gonna eat a lot of damage here. lot of damage there. Alright, so we have to develop that. And that. And that. Alright, hope that they don't have a way to grant evasion or anything. Entirely fine with just sacrificing this. You may have it fight target creature you don't control. Alright, so that's a problem. That's a big problem. It's a really good beast. So he's got to decide if he wants to get rid of the flyer or get rid of the endless blocker creator. Kind of curious to see which route they go. Going that route, huh? Can't say I blame him. What I need is luminous bonds. Go. That's actually a tough call. Box. That was not luminous bonds. But I can play you as a chump blocker. So I would still have 4 available. There. Tapped out. Swath Cutter is very important for lots of reasons. Please be a land. That's what we need, is that to be a land. Because at that point we can turn them all sideways, potentially. What do I want to give up here? If I do this, then he has to spend mana. But they were going to spend mana anyway. Yeah. Do they have removal? Is that what the play here is? Alright, guess we'll see what they got. So we get rid of 1 blocker. We have lethal threatening, so they have to have like removal or a fog or something. Alright, we did it. We did it! That feels pretty good. It was my first sealed ever. And we just casually go 7-0. I actually might make a stream highlight video of this and put it on YouTube or something. Because it's the first sealed I've ever done, and 7-0 feels pretty good, you know?